imagine that farmers would be at least tolerating all the recent rain we've had. I don't know what this season is for certain crops.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I don't know off the top of my head either. But the only farmers I know who really don't like it can get out of control with rain, but also people who do hay.
Right.
Like that's like the one thing.
Need the sun
but
to
outside
shine.
of that, this is good for all growing, and then we will see some sun because that's also important for photosynthesis. Remember that?
Oh yes, yeah.
That whole
And
thing,
chlorophyll.
all that stuff that just evaporated from our head when we left school. That was one of them. We had the rain part of that going down. It's moving slowly to the east. We talked yesterday about how it was going to take basically all day for the rain to get from central New Hampshire to western Maine, and that's what's happened. And even the leading edge of this rain is not hitting the ground yet. Widen the picture out. We've got a low pressure system that I think both Ryan and I have been talking about. It would be a good looking nor'easter, like a winter storm system for us if that were the season. But instead, it'll be periods of heavy rain tonight and at least the first half of the day tomorrow as well. So the rain keeps moving east. It takes several more hours to get into the mid-coast. It takes until about midnight over down east and northern Maine for the rain to move in. Some heavier downpours off and on, temperatures flat, mid and upper 40s, a lot like our high temperatures today. There wasn't really much movement in that. Think tomorrow morning, though, through about the middle of the day, there's some really heavy bands of rain. Now, this is just like, going back to the winter analogy, forecasting a winter storm in the sense that, yes, there will be a band of very heavy rain here. Is it exactly here, a little bit farther south, a little bit farther north? That's always the tricky part, but it looks like we'll see some really heavy stuff through the middle of the day. And it's still raining into the afternoon, too, and then slowly wraps out of here tomorrow afternoon, later in the day. Over southern and western Maine, after 5 p.m., we might clear out and get just a little peak of sun at the very end of the day, but most of us will be cloudy and it will play as a rainy day. Then we're in better shape in time for Mother's Day, which is sunny. There's some gusty winds at times out of the northwest, but I think the sun will make up for it and temperatures end up in the low 60s, maybe a couple of mid 60s possible by Sunday afternoon. Rainfall amounts between 1.5 inches and 2.5 inches, and you can see that they are a little bit clustered over the coastline and over western Maine as well. And the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch in that area. It doesn't look to me like we've got a major or even moderate flooding situation here, but there could be some minor flooding if the rain comes down hard enough tomorrow morning. And again, that's western Maine, southern Maine, and into New Hampshire that's under that flood watch. Big picture, much better view next week. It's just kind of a 10,000 foot up look at the pattern, big ridge. That's where you want to be at most of the times of the year, actually. So it will get us some dry weather. Questions are whether or not we can get to 80. These are questions I'm willing to investigate. I think we'll be in the 70s away from the coastline pretty easily Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Thursday. Along the coast, likely a pesky sea breeze keeping us in the 60s, but after the week we just had, complaints shall be limited. And really our only chance of showers looks like through the middle of the week, maybe into Thursday, and then we'll see what happens for next weekend. But a good stretch of weather in there to reset the pattern.
As per usual, all complaints go to todd.gutner.
Yes.
centermaine.com.
And those go right in the spam folder right after that. We have a new episode of Weather We Need for you, and tonight Ryan and I pulled back the curtain on how some forecasts get made. I think Todd doesn't like the repeating though.
Oh,
and he
okay.
doesn't like even numbers?
Yeah, he does even numbers.
No odd numbers?
Yeah, he doesn't like odd numbers. And he does do fives, though. He said that he learned from...
That's a lot of exceptions there.
Yes, so Todd sticks to even numbers because he says it just looks cleaner and easier for the brain to process.
So you'll notice that on the next 7 days you see from Todd. You can see the episode on New Center Maine Plus. That's our free streaming app.
All right, Keith, thank you.